For many gamers, Catan, or Catan if you're extra posh, was an introductory game that opened you to a beautiful world of hobby games, after which you promptly stopped playing Catan and moved on to about a billion other things. Sure, it's good and all, but your Aunt Cheryl refuses to trade with you and your brother Brian always makes that joke about the sheep. But what feels old can feel completely new again through the unjaded eyes of our children, and Catan Jr. is an incredible adaptation suitable for young kids, while also being totally enjoyable and nostalgically wonderful for adults. With a brilliant pirate theme full of rich teals and yellows and piles of thick, weighty resources consisting of stabby swords, gold nuggets, barrels of molasses, wood, and adorable goats, this game looks energetic and inviting on the table. Add in some pirate castles, plastic ships, a spooky ghost, and an aqua dye, and you are ready to set sail. The goal of the game is to be the first person to build all 7 of your pirate castles, spreading out from your initial 2 placements via boats and building on empty spaces. In true Catan fashion, a player rolls a die at the start of their turn, and all players produce resources for each castle they have touching an island with that number, which according to the mandatory starting placement, you're guaranteed to get something on most rolls 1 to 5. Roll a 6 though, and you get to move the robber ghost to a new island, taking 2 of that resource from the bank and eliminating its production until that sucker moves. After the production phase, players spend and trade resources. Spending is easy, with the depicted resources going to the bank for boats, castles, and Coco the Parrot cards. A sort of development card analog that's drawn face down and has one among a few effects. But it's trading where Catan Jr. makes the greatest departure from the original. One of the most brilliant things about the game is that there's a market populated with 1 of each resource, and once on a player's turn, they can swap 1 of their own for 1 on the market, which will then affect other players' options. Only when the market is entirely flooded by 1 resource will it be wiped and set again. Outside of that, players can trade 2 resources to 1 from the bank. This market is a brilliant system that's good in any right. I wish it were in regular Catan, but it's so smart for kids because it's such an accessible way of displaying relative value. Personally, I love Catan Jr. because it has the best aspects of the original game made in such a way that is fun and understandable for my 5-year-old, and drops a lot of the things that prevent OG Catan from hitting the table with my game night friends. It scales well from 2 to 4, it takes out the subjectivity of trading with opponents. As for my kid, he loves the game. Unlike many kids' games, it's able to capture what makes big games feel so special. While remaining accessible and entirely language independent, you can see how development increases production, which increases development. It has lots of great pieces with exchanges and interactions. It has a wonderfully bright and energetic theme and mixes light conflict via robber and races to the best spots with otherwise non-aggressive gameplay. Yeah, there's luck, and yeah, it's nowhere near as strategic and suitable for adults as the original, but even in a market of truly excellent kids games, and for a dad who's moved on to greener, less sheep-ridden pastures, it stands out all on its own, and my kid and I are down to play Catan Jr. any day. If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcasts, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.